Hey guys, I hope that you're all doing well. The energy that we are starting off with is connected with some situation that you have. It looked like maybe not wanting to put all your eggs in one basket. This can be a situation that you're kind of like assessing right now to see maybe if it's like wise or smart for you to like give 100% to it. We're starting off with Queen of Swords. It can be something where you're not like quickly to show everything because you still want time to check this situation out. This can be a relationship that you're analyzing. I feel like you could be looking for something. Like maybe trying to understand something about the connection that you have. This is somebody that you can feel close to when you talk to them. Interesting, we have Queen of Wands, but coming out reversed. I'm seeing Taurus on the bottom of the deck. You know, like this type of energy, to see it coming out is interesting because you and this person, you may have like a very special connection with them, but because Queen of Wands is coming out reversed, you're not seeing like the full potential of this person, and they may not be fully like developed and in touch with themselves right now. So they can be in a place where when you like tune into the connection, you can feel like in unspeakable ways you have a very deep connection with this person, but as far as how they're showing up in 3D, there can be a little bit of a mismatch with that, where you can be like, if they're showing up like this, like why do I still feel this way? And it's because you have like a strong soul connection with this person, but as far as how they're choosing to show up within 3D, it's not like totally aligned, essentially. So you can like read that from this person. You can know that if they were just being brave and being themselves, that the energy could be different with them. But they can be somebody that makes choices out of fear. That may be how they respond currently to situations. So yeah, a Queen of Wands reversed is somebody that, like, the reason why they do things is kind of for the gaze of other people. When we have a Queen of Wands that's upright, this is somebody that stands in their energy and they're magnetic because of them being honest and like within their truth, and they're like very powerful and very creative and very like magnetic, seductive. Like that will be the energy of the Queen of Wands. But when we have it reversed, it can be like, I'm not making choices that feel genuine to me. I'm like appealing to like other people and what I think they like and what I think they want, and it can be ways of like sort of taking advantage of other people, and that can be the way that this person is showing up right now, where it's like about kind of the way that they can handle and manipulate other people. And this person can still be very, very charming, but they can also at the same time be somebody that you don't feel like is always genuine. And it can be more to see how they can like kind of maneuver through situations. Like they can be a little bit like looking to see where they can gain an advantage as well. Like they can be kind of strategic in that way, but it can come off in a way where it's like you don't know if that's the real them or not. And they may also feel like kind of lost within that. So yeah, it's somebody that can just use their powers in kind of a shadow way. And so it like does something to their frequency, but But if this person were showing up differently, you can see the connection going in a bit of a different way with them. If this is you with you, maybe you're seeing that you're doing that. You know, like you could be calling yourself out here and be like, I'm realizing that when I'm by myself and I'm not like concerned with what other people are thinking of me, I'm just like doing things this way. But as soon as I get around this person or these people, I feel like I'm like catering my energy so much to them that I'm sort of like losing myself here. So it becomes about other people and not just about you. And can have you acting in ways that you wouldn't. Let's talk about this as if it's two different people just because it's easier to explain. This Queen of Wands reversed, they can be feeling tired of living their life in this way, and they can be wanting more, and they can also be wanting to explore why they're feeling the way that they're feeling. And it comes from them being in this place where that is the way that they're showing up. And it can be something where maybe they got by doing that for a while and they can just feel like kind of numb because of doing things in that way now. Like they've lost some of their light. That will be the feeling. A Queen of Wands reverse will also be somebody that's like performing too for the eye of other people. So it can be like, why am I doing this? Like, I feel like I kind of lost the plot here. That's how this person is going to be feeling. So they can feel out of touch with themselves. They can feel like they only understand themselves in relation to other people. And it can be something that they've been like feeling kind of numb and out of touch, and it's not a way that they want to be feeling anymore. So you can see this person like actually become a bit withdrawn. Is one of those people that like the way they act, it can seem like kind of out of touch sometimes because it's a bit of an overreach, and you can look and be like, why are you acting like that? Like it will be something that you feel like is off within the energy if you're around this person, around other people. They can be like managing something on the mental health front, and they can also be like dealing with something painful too. This just overall feels like somebody that they're like not in a good place right now. So you can see this person performing for other people. You can see them feeling like kind of lost and out of touch. They can feel like kind of numb or like polarized. And they're also like, they can be like battling something here as well, having that Two of Pentacles and Three of Swords here. I'd say like there's a lot of stuff that has to do with like mental health is what this really feels like to me. And there can be like some like pain that they've been dealing with that's kind of like involved in this entire situation. I see this like somebody you're close with. You have some like close relationship with this person. They can know that there are things that they need to deal with, but they may not feel super motivated to be doing that. But maybe now at this point, they're like, I don't want to stay feeling like this, so I know that this is something that I have to tackle. Because this person is not feeling confident within themselves. And this is also somebody that can really like seek external validation a lot, and there can like be something going on with that too. Where they can feel like they kind of like lost themselves to that in some way. You may want to help this person. If you're the Queen of Swords here, I think that you do want to help this person, or like give them some type of support. You can maybe help them like remember what's really important to them, because I see you care about this person. Some of you, I'm getting strongly that this is a sibling that you're dealing with. Yeah, or it can be a family member. It can be outside of that too, but it would be somebody that you like have a generally close relationship with this person. Like there's somebody that you can, if you're the one that's the Queen of Swords here and you look at this person, there's somebody that you can like know is very like magnetic and that they have a warmth and they have a charm to them, but you can feel like they don't really have that light right now within them, like they're out of touch with that. And it can be something that you're wanting to like support them and like help them get that back, but it feels like there's something that they're gonna have to deal with, that there's like some type of healing that they have to go through, but maybe you feel like you can help them with that. I feel too like this person may have like forgotten how to be themselves a bit. And that can also be something that you want to like maybe remind them of. This person can also be going through something where they feel like they can feel out of touch with their creativity. They can also feel unattractive because they have been associating their they've been like measuring their attractiveness or their magnetism externally. And so because of that, like reaching to perform instead of it coming from within, there's something about them like getting out of touch because of that, and then kind of like losing touch. So this is somebody that what's going to be helpful to them is to bring the focus back inward rather than external, because it's become way too external. And you can be like, as a Queen of Swords, this is somebody that you can like analyze their mentality and maybe like be able to have a conversation with them that would be helpful to them and kind of like help redirect them or like bring them back on track a bit here. But I do see some like deep cleansing, deep healing that this person needs to focus on. And I think right now it can be like maybe a last resort. Like maybe they're in a really low place right now and they're willing to do this because it's like, I'm willing to try anything to feel better. So even the stuff that had been avoided before, they may be more open to dealing with now and addressing. Some of you, this person could have felt like you put some type of pressure on them in the past. They can also feel in general like that's something that they were feeling in their life, and it may be like they may feel like kind of burnt out. I'm seeing Taurus. I'm seeing something about them becoming unburdened. like they could have been putting too much pressure on themselves or had too much on their plate and been like, I don't know, for some of you, this person, they may have like fallen into a depression or something like that. And so stuff had to be taken off their plate because they like weren't even doing anything with it. Meaning, you know, like maybe this person had like certain responsibilities or something like that that had to be like removed because they weren't keeping up with stuff. Because this person wasn't in a good place. They can also be maybe feeling heartbroken over something too. Like they could feel like they lost something important to them. But they still have their connection with you. But maybe they lost something like physically or tangibly. For some of you, I get like this scenario, like hopefully not, but for some of you, this person, they may have like lost something, like a resource or something like that. Like maybe a home or something that feels very specific, but I see something about you reconnecting with this person now. Like maybe you feel like you can show up for them and it feels like they've really been like wanting something like this. I see you and this person, you be a little bit different from one another, but it seems like you have this really like deep understanding of each other. So even though you can feel like you're a little bit different, at the same time I'm seeing like a deep bond or like a really deep connection on a soul level that you have with this person. Like you may have been raised similarly, or you like understand their background, or you like come from the same culture, you speak the same language as this person, or like you have maybe like compatible values with one another, or you could have like grown up in the same community or something like that. There's something like really important and foundational that I'm seeing you share with this person. And I think also too, like the things that are important to you are also important to this person. But I do get the sense of them getting like a bit lost along the way and then feeling like pretty unhappy with their life and also with themselves. And it feels like you coming through at this time, it's like helping them to heal something. I guess something like you're going to remind them of what's important to them. But they can be at a phase where they were like losing inspiration within their life. And so slowly they've been like taking stuff off their plate. And I think that you're going to help this person to reconnect with themselves and you're going to heal. This feels like the way that your dynamic is with this person, I get like a really, like you may have a strong like bond, like a friendship or something with this person where it's going to be like a healing in that way. Because this person may also be used to, because of like the way that they may perform for other people, I get like that your relationship is different than that, so they wouldn't do that with you. It doesn't seem that way because that's like not really the nature of your relationship. So I think this is going to like help them heal that aspect of them where they don't feel like those certain like conditions are being put upon them. Like for, yeah, this person, I get the sense that they don't feel like they need to perform around, like it's not something that you reinforce for them, so they don't do that. So them being close with you and you coming together with this person, it's like healing that thing that they need healed right now, and that it's going to make things easier for them. And I do get like, there are certain ways that you live your life. There are certain like qualities and things that are important to you that you share specifically with this person that I think they lost touch with. So it feels like you're going to help guide this person actually. And you're even just like being around them and connecting with them. That's how the healing is going to happen. Because I don't even think that this is anything directly that you're doing. This feels like through them being in close proximity with you, through the nature of your relationship with this person, that's how the healing is going to happen for them. So it's some type of relational healing that will happen with you and this person. But I get it specifically, like they're the ones that need it, and you're coming through and like you have love for this person, like you have connection with this person. So it feels like it comes at a time where you can look at them and be like, I feel like, I mean, not that you're saying this, but you can see them and see that their spark is kind of gone a bit. And I get this thing again, like you're going to remind them of what's important to them. And this being really important, but it's just because that's naturally how you're living and you guys have compatible values. So it's kind of like if you're a candle and they are an unlit candle, but you have your flame, by being in close proximity, you're going to like light the flame of this other person. So you're just like being yourself here and showing up. It's just like doing your thing. And that's going to be what this person needs from you, and it's going to help them move forward. I think in a way that they've been having trouble moving forward within their life, and it's going to help them take certain things off their plate that they need to take off of their plate, that they've only had on their plate because they've been performing. So that's the type of influence that you're going to have on this person. Because I think they like haven't really been looking forward to certain things within their life because they've just had unnecessary stuff on their plate, because stuff that doesn't feel genuine to them, but there are reasons why they've been having that on their plate. But I think being around you, it's gonna like make them question that and be like, why am I doing that? But I see this person as being unique, and I also see them as having like this very individual energy that they can feel like they've been doing something else, and so they got like out of touch with that. I get the sense that this person does feel safe with you. They can kind of feel like their head has been underwater lately. And I think too that there's some stuff that they've been avoiding dealing with, maybe because they felt like they didn't have the support, but now that you're coming through, I think you're gonna hold their hand as they move through this, which it's up to them because it's like their healing process. But there's something about you being around them that now they're gonna be willing to face certain things that they weren't willing to face before in their life. Like this is somebody that feels uplifted by you and the connection with you, and that it's just gonna help them heal this thing. I don't really think that you need to like do anything. I feel like you're offering like friendship or something like that to this person. This is somebody too that you're going to remind them of their inner authority. Like you can be very in touch with your inner authority, and I think that that's also something that this person feels like they lost. But it's like you guys, there's something about like your values and their values that because you're living in alignment with your values, it's like gonna rub off on this person, and they just have this natural compatibility with you where it's going to like be a really like necessary reflection for them. And I think even the nature of your relationship with them reminds them of like what really feels important to them within life, within their relationships and stuff. So I see this as being like an extremely like positive, healthy influence on this person, and giving them a sense of direction just by like existing and being around them. Some of you may even have like some like spiritual connection with this person that has to do with bigger life themes. Like it's like some like a spiritual connection or something like that. Like you can feel like this person is maybe part of your like soul family, is the way that this comes through with them. And that like you guys kind of seek similar answers, and that you have like similar questions about life, and that you guys are going to be like together figuring those things out. Yeah. All right, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting and tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.